Welcome to another episode of CBFU from the shop. This is the week of December 2nd, 2015, and we got a bunch of new books to read. It's a pretty stacked week.
Yeah.
Frey, what do you want to start us out with?
I think I will start us off with The Totally Awesome Hulk by Greg Pak and Frank Cho. I came into this book not... Before this, I thought I'm probably not gonna like this book. And then as I was reading it, I was like, this is stupid. Where's Bruce Banner? This is stupid. By the end of it, it was good. I loved it. It was really funny. It was charming. I actually really like Amadeus as a new Hulk. He was, and I guess he has his sister calling the shots behind him, and his interactions with you'll see a couple of the other heroes in this book were really funny. It was good. It was cool.
Yeah,
I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I liked it too. I mean, for nothing else, the art by Frank Cho is just like really beautiful.
It's good. Yeah.
I mean, it's cheesecake for the opposite of cheesecake for men, but the art's really, really good, and it was just a fun book.
It was fun. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I thought I wasn't gonna want the Hulk to be this fun, but no, it ends up being pretty cool.
Yeah.
And that alone, I give it a 7 out of 10 Lugos, I think.
Yeah, no, it was good. I enjoyed that. Okay, our next book is this is a new book from Black Mask called X'd. And this is like a sci-fi book about this company that sort of like the Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. They go into people's minds and they erase memories or people or whatever you want them to erase. And I enjoyed it. The art again, almost like the Ed Brubaker, like Sean Phillips kind of art.
Yeah.
Reminds me of Sean Phillips' art. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the concept. I enjoyed when they're in the when the guy who goes into their brain, the person's brain, to like erase the memories. There's a bunch of different things like to represent different things. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, like they have all the like little cliche, like the hourglass and all that stuff. It was pretty cool. I certainly like the concept of the book, but I felt myself getting I don't know, a little lost in it sometimes. Not that the story loses you, but at times I'm just like, oh, okay, all right. I'm just like trying to get past the page at this point. But it was good. The art is certainly beautiful.
Yeah.
And the dialogue's pretty good. I liked it.
I enjoyed it. It's definitely worth a shot. I'm not sure if it'll be good going forward or not, but it's definitely worth a first look.
The ending is intriguing enough. Where I think I'll check it out.
It's sort of like halfway through the book. The book's about like one thing and it's one story, and like halfway through the book, it like goes to another completely different something else.
And even like the beginning of the book, it deals with the memories she kind of wants erased, and you're like, and then it switches to these guys, and you're
jumps around a lot.
It jumps
around a lot. At first, it's like this crime, just straight crime book.
Yeah.
And then it becomes this like sci-fi thing, and then it's this heist thing, and it jumps around a lot. Weird. But I enjoyed it. I would give it I'd give it 7 out of 10 Lugos. Okay. I enjoyed it.
I agree.
What's your next?
Okay, sure. Next I have Robin War, the first issue, by Tom King, a bunch of other people, and a bunch of artists too, I think. It was pretty good, first issue, I think. I think Isaac and I both agreed that the first half of the book, weak. I think it focuses on the We Are Robin character, so if you read that book, if you like it, you might actually like that book, but I'm not really fond of the characters, any of them at all. Aside maybe from the first page, a couple pages, because it sets up the story, that part is all right. But once Damian and all the Robins, once Jason, Dick, Damian, all come in, and Tim all come in, then that's when it starts getting really good and entertaining again. And actually, what I think they're setting up for is pretty awesome. Yeah.
No, it's a lot of, this issue is a lot of setup, and like you said, the first half of the book was just, it was so much painful. Just like exposition and wordy, and I don't care about the We Are Robin characters, but the minute Damian comes into the book, it got better. It did get better. I do like the villains they're using for this. It's not even a spoiler. The Court of Owls are on the cover.
Is on it,
so it's not even a spoiler. The Court of Owls is going to be the main villains, and so it was just better the second half of the book. I didn't expect to like it at all, but by that I was like at least a little intrigued.
Intrigued for a second. The one thing there's two things I definitely do not like about this book. One of them is they have like the Dark Knight Returns like news flashes. It's like a whole splash page of that, and that I didn't like it then.
Yeah.
I don't like it now.
Yeah.
That part is great. Worse. The second worst part of this book, not really a spoiler, but they, where I think it's Jason has to remind Tim, hey, you're not really Robin. you're Red Robin or something like that.
In case anyone enjoyed Tim Drake as Robin,
nah,
he was never Robin.
Yeah, but
So get that out of your minds.
Also, I mean, but other than that, I did like it. I'd probably give this book also a 7 out of 10 Lugos.
It's pretty good. The art's not that great though. The art was like, it's like 5 different artists.
It was adequate. I didn't hate it, so it got me through, so it's fine.
Okay, our last book of the week. This is another new Marvel, all new Marvel #1. This is Daredevil by Charles Soule and Ron Garney. This is not Mark Waid's Daredevil.
No.
This is a much darker Frank Miller take on Daredevil.
It threw me off.
Yeah.
Like after like, you know, a couple years of Mark Waid on Daredevil.
Yeah, totally. And Chris Samney is almost like not cartoonish, but like that kind of art. This is much more dark Frank Miller, Alex Maleev art. And Ron Garney does a great job on this book. There's some really, really great pages in this book. But if you were enjoying the lighter side of Daredevil, this is not that.
Yeah.
This is a much darker take on the character. One thing I didn't like was when this opens up, Daredevil Matt Murdock's identity is back in the closet. No one knows he's Daredevil's Matt Murdock because he did something.
And you don't know.
And it's like, okay, I get you don't want them to know Matt Murdock is Daredevil, but it seems like such a waste.
Yeah.
So many stories have been based on the fact that
everybody knows
everybody's doing Daredevil.
I mean, they have this whole T-shirt based on the fact that everybody knows he's Daredevil.
And just to throw that away on then, it's a mystery, and I'm sure it'll get explained and everything. But I didn't particularly like that point.
Yeah, what I didn't, well, I'm not sure if I did or didn't like is they also set up, you know, blind spot, you know, this, and I really wanted to like know this issue right now. Like, all right, who is he? Where did he come from? What is it? And that's just something else they're setting up. You know, you see him, he comes in, he's action.
Well, they introduced him. There was a short story in one of the Marvel like anthologies where they like introduced him. Where they introduced his character, and he was just this hero from Chinatown, and who has like an invisibility suit. And Matt Murdock was watching Matt Murdock fight, and Matt Murdock agreed to like train him. So that was in that like short story. So they sort of introduced him in that.
All right. I'm intrigued to know more, I guess. Yeah. But other than that, I like the book.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you know, to stress again, man. Like I was so used to the Chris Samney art that it really threw me for a loop when I started reading this. It's so much darker. The art is beautiful though. Like don't get me wrong. It's great.
It's just a big change.
It's a big change, and it took some getting used to as I was reading. Even like the dialogue and everything. I mean. No, but still really good. I totally, you know, I'm gonna keep reading. I love Daredevil, and I'm gonna keep reading.
Definitely. I liked it. I liked it a lot. I would give it 8 out of 10 Lugos is what I would give it.
Yeah,
that's the number.
I'm down with that.
Yeah. Okay, that's it from us from this week from the shop. We'll be back next week with some more reviews of some more books. Have a great week. Go out and buy some comics. That's it.
Yeah.